So I know that Moons of Elsewhere has been released and there's a lot of excitement and hype for the expansion, but there is something that I do not want to go unnoticed, and that is the monthly reward card for the month of June. We now know what it is because it has been added to the game as the reward you can see on screen is shown near the end of the month, and when they did the expansion launch, they updated it so that we could see it. So the monthly reward card is Apprentice Necromancer. This is a spell sword card. It is a 3-cost 3/3, and on summon, you summon a 1-cost creature from your discard pile. Now, this card is very, very good because the potential cost to stats ratio is massive with this card. Absolutely massive. So first, I'm going to talk about the uses in just Spell Sword, and then I'm going to talk about potential tricolor decks where you could use this. But when I say cost to stats ratio, I mean essentially how much magicka are you paying and what are the stats that you're getting as a result. For example, Young Mammoth has been played since open beta because it is a 3-cost 4/4. You get a 4/4 worth of stats for the cost of 3. And Apprentice Necromancer has the potential to be that and more, as long as something has died before you have played this. So where this card potentially fails is very, very early. If you have played creatures and none of them have died, then it is potentially a 3/3 for 3, which is not the end of the world, don't get me wrong, but not as cool. However, in Spellsword, for example, some of your better targets are going to be cards like Iliac Sorcerer, because then you're getting a 4/4, a little bit of ward value out of it, and the potential to grow. You're going to get a lot of value out of cards like Marked Man, because that is going to essentially give you a 4/6 worth of stats across 3 bodies with, guard utility and so on and so forth. So a lot of value there. Another potential target for this is just tokens. Now, I know that seems pretty lackluster, but if you play something like, Scouting Patrol, and one of the tokens dies and you bring that back, you still got yourself a 4/4, 4/3, and it's across 2 bodies. And if you're playing a token deck, that's relevant. So, again, decent value there. Now, there is a new card in Moons of Elsewhere that is a 1-cost card that is a 1/3 with guard, and then if you consume it, it will give the creature consuming it, I believe, +1/+1 in guard as well. That is essentially a 4/6 worth of stats as well. It's very similar to Marked Man in that regard. So when again you're considering that you're paying 3 for those kinds of potential outcomes, this card is just very efficient. And I did say that I wanted to mention some additional options outside of just Spellsword, but there's one last one I want to mention, which is technically not in Spellsword, though this deck has historically lived in Spellsword more than any other, and that's Dwemer. So Dwemer Spellsword is sometimes a thing. It's basically like a token Spellsword with a Dwemer package, and the 1/1 guard that also summons the other 1/1 guard Dwemer from the discard pile is very good with this, even more so if you have multiples in your discard pile. Like, this could potentially be a 3-cost 6/6 worth of stats, and that's not even counting if you've got something like Halls of the Dwemer on the board. This card, I think, fits naturally into that deck and has a lot of crazy blowout potential as a result. But for the tricolor options, the places that I'm most excited to see this are Empire, because like I said, there's already some good 1/3 options that exist, but once you go to Empire and you get something like Deepwood Trapper, that's a great target to bring back as well. And another place I'd like to see it is potentially a token Tribunal build, specifically because Crown Quartermaster makes this a 3-cost 5/4 that gives you a dagger. And there is also the new 2/2 that costs 1 magicka in Intelligence that also has the potential to consume a creature to get +1/+1. So again, not a play you're likely going to do on curve, but late game when you're trying to kind of, rebound or just get tempo going your way, build some pressure, etc., etc., spending 3 magicka to potentially get 2 3/3s on the board is a very, very big, impactful, efficient play. So this card is good. I'm really excited for it. I think that it will for sure find a home in at least a couple of the more aggressive decks. Token decks, I think, is where it's really going to shine the most, but I like it. So this is the monthly reward card for June. And if I missed something, let me know. If you're excited, let me know. If you think it's garbage, don't let me know. How dare you? But anyway, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. Until next time, may you walk on warm sands.